Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about the goals that FC Barcelona scored against Real Madrid, and then later in the video, we're also going to be talking about the player ratings, but more specific, I want to talk about my top 5 performers in this game against Real Madrid. I want to give more of a positive, I would just say video about this match, because I know that in the last video, I was too much like on Real Madrid. I was talking about how the ref was being unfair, but this is what we're going to be doing in today's video. So here's the thing, right? You know what? Screw it. Okay, I have to talk about this. I want to talk about a few plays that Real Madrid did against FC Barcelona that I just felt was embarrassing for the world of football. I'm sorry, I'm doing a whole 360, but I just saw another thing that kind of just blew my mind, and I have to reference this in this video. Okay, so later in another video, we're going to be talking about a full Barcelona review. Before this game, I'm just going to add in some things that Real Madrid did against Barcelona that was just not okay. Starting with point number 1. Do you guys remember when Kylian Mbappe scored that second goal? Before that play, Lamine Yamal fell down to the ground, and he fell down to the ground because if you look at the replay, we saw Valverde step on the foot of Lamine Yamal. We were all saying, oh, this was a foul on Lamine Yamal, and Kylian Mbappe was never supposed to score that goal because a foul did persist before that, and the ref was like, no foul, I saw nothing. The only thing that Valverde did was simply step on the foot of Yamal, and he was overreacting, so no foul. And so I'm like, okay, fine, no foul. But here's the thing. Jules Koundé did something very similar against Rayo Vallecano a few months ago in the exact same season. Jules Koundé stepped on another player's foot. And when I saw that, I'm like, you know what? There's inconsistency going on here. You're going to tell me that the ref said Jules Koundé committed a foul by stepping on the foot of number 3 against Rayo Vallecano, but when Valverde did it against Lamine Yamal, it's not a foul? These are the exact same fouls, my friends. And so what's going on here? You're gonna allow for this play to continue to go so Mbappe can get the second goal, but a few months ago, you guys were saying that with Jules Koundé doing the exact same foul, supposedly, it is a foul. So there's inconsistencies going on here, and once again, this is what angers me. I'm sorry that I kind of have to like put this in before the actual like goal explanations of what Barcelona did, but these things just put me on top of my toes. These things heighten my blood pressure, my cortisol levels go through the roof, and it's just once again insane that Barcelona have to compete in a season where we have to play under La Liga, because like I said, there is inconsistencies going on here. There is one big error that the refs have been doing, and that is everything goes against FC Barcelona and everything is in favor of Real Madrid, to get Real Madrid to go over FC Barcelona in this league. You're going to tell me that Jules Koundé's stepping on the foot on number 3 is a foul, but here when Valverde did it against Lamine Yamal, is that a foul? That's insanity. Moving on towards the next thing that I saw. Kylian Mbappe's goal that was eventually going to be a penalty because Szczesny did, I would just say, hit Mbappe, which he did, right? Szczesny did hit Mbappe. That led towards the penalty, which was the first goal. I would say that play that happened, that pass, that I don't know if that's Valverde or something, when he made the through ball through the defensive line of Barcelona, Kylian Mbappe was already offside. This was supposed to be called for. Cubarsí touched it. Yes, I know that Cubarsí touched it, which led towards Kylian Mbappe receiving the ball, but Mbappe was offside first. This is what's supposed to happen in the play. Mbappe was supposed to be rolled off, and that's it. Regardless whether Cubarsí touched it or not, regardless whether Kylian Mbappe received the ball straight through that through ball, yes or no, Mbappe was offside, but the ref did not see that once again. And Barcelona, right, conceded the first goal, and Szczesny had to hit Kylian Mbappe because it was a surprise. He was offside. Once again, Real Madrid being very inconsistent here. And then we do have Fermin Lopez when he scored the 5-3. I did not even notice that. I wonder if this is Valverde again, but Valverde hit Fermin Lopez on his right leg. Literally, if you look at the picture, he kicked him on his right leg. Fermin Lopez was fouled through this play that he scored, by the way. He made it 5-3, and by the end of this goal, like a minute after we were done celebrating, the ref said there's a foul for Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez committed a foul. Yet we see here in this picture, if anything, Valverde kicked Fermin Lopez on the right foot and he did not even notice that. And if anything, we got the complete reverse and they took away the goal of Fermin Lopez. They took away the 5-3. This whole thing is rigged. This whole thing is in favor of Real Madrid yet again. And I don't even have to explain myself for the Tchouameni's handball. That ball hit the bicep of the Tchouameni and nothing more. This was supposed to be a penalty. The ref was just right there. So this goes to show that the ref did everything in his power to make Real Madrid win, but they could not bring it enough. They could not bring in the results that they wanted, and Barcelona once again persevered. So now let's talk about the actual goals. Let's talk about what Barcelona did against Real Madrid. So Barcelona were down 2-0. The world thought that Barcelona were going to lose this game, that they were going to bottle the league. And, as the fans should speculate. The fans can keep thinking whatever they want to think, whatever. The media can be negative as hell, don't care. Barcelona play their football and they always win, and they always win in the end. So going to the first goal, there was a corner. I believe Raphinha takes the corner. Ferran Torres heads the ball. Eric Garcia puts the ball behind the net. Wonderful goal. As a right back, Eric Garcia has been amazing. Somebody who has barely played as a right back this season. He has played in the CDM position before, earlier in the season. He moved to the back line through the middle of the season, and now Eric Garcia is playing as a right back, and he's doing well and brought Barcelona on a 2-1 scoreline. Moving on towards the second goal. And as we can see here, we have Ferran Torres trying to shoot the ball, but he passes it towards Lamine Yamal, and Lamine Yamal shoots the ball to the bottom left corner. His signature goal that he has always scored through the season, he did it again against Real Madrid. It was beautiful. Moving on towards the third goal, and we have Barcelona maintaining possession. One of the midfielders of Barcelona has it. They pass it towards Raphinha. Raphinha receives the ball and makes it 3-2. The Ballon d'Or winner, in my opinion, brings Barcelona up 3-2. Amazing, beautiful goal. Raphinha, as always, comes in with the match winners, the clutch plays. I've already said time and time again, if Dembele does not do anything in the Champions League final, if he just has a boring game, very bland, very flat, Raphinha will win the Ballon d'Or, and he is going to be the main contender right next to Salah. If Dembele scores a hat-trick against Inter Milan in the final, and he has one of the most amazing games ever, then of course Dembele is going to win it. But as of now, Raphinha is the one. He has been the most consistent. He has always showed up for Barcelona, whether it was against Bayern, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, against Dortmund, against who else? Benfica. Any team Barcelona went through, and they went through the help of Raphinha. And then we move on towards the last one. Barcelona were pressing, trying to regain the ball. They eventually did, and then Real Madrid got the ball back like right after. They tried to pass the ball back, but Raphinha followed that ball. He pressed one of the center backs of Real Madrid and forced the error of Madrid's backline, and Raphinha scored the goal. Beautiful, getting his second goal of tonight. I love that type of energy. Like you would never assume that a team would be responding like this after they just finished a 120-minute match. Like these players were playing with so much energy, so much eagerness, so much focus, so much intensity. Like I don't understand how you can hate this team unless you're a Real Madrid fan, because I understand that we pounded you guys 4 times this season, smashed you guys, clapped you guys. You guys are done. We smashed and left. We smashed, locked the doors, left. We were done with our business. It's insane. So moving on towards the next conversation, right? Now let's talk about my top 5 players that performed against Real Madrid. Number 1 for me is going to be Raphinha. Raphinha, 2 goals, created the most chances, which was a total of 3. I know that he missed a lot of chances. He could have scored 2 more. He had 3 big chances missed because Lamine Yamal gave him like 2 beautiful through balls, but Raphinha was unfortunately unable to score his hat-trick. And he could have had the exact same goals as Kylian Mbappe, supposedly the best player in the world, supposedly the one that was supposed to complete Real Madrid, even though they're playing even worse. But yeah, Raphinha, number 1. Number 2 for me is going to come in with Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres came out with 3 total assists. It's insane. Created the most chances, 3. He was the most fouled player, and I just think that he was phenomenal as a number 9. Lewandowski did not even see the pitch, but Ferran Torres came in, and he came in with a lot of impact. 3 total assists. And then I would say Frankie, number 3. I know that's going to be very surprising for you guys, but to me, Frankie de Jong had one hell of a game. I don't think that people talk about Frankie de Jong enough. They talk about Valverde, which is kind of weird. They talk about Cabellos, a lot, but no one talks about Frankie de Jong. He has been phenomenal. Just like the Inter Milan coach said last week, he said that Frankie de Jong was a player that he admired so much because of where he positions himself. He was always in the correct positions. He retains the ball. He fights for every ball. The pressing that he does, he's getting better and better. At the age of 27 years old, Frankie de Jong is at the peak of his powers. 66 out of 71 passes were completed. 90 minutes played. 81 touches, 2 out of 4 tackles were won, 4 out of 6 ground duels were won, 2 out of 3 aerial duels were won. So Frankie de Jong to me is number 3. Then comes in at number 4, Pedri. Pedri created the most chances, or was even with Raphinha and Lamine Yamal with a total of 3. He completed the most passes, 69. I get it, 69. Pedri was the most fouled player, which was a total of 3. 90 minutes played, 3 chances created, 1 big chance created, 89 touches, 5 out of 7 accurate long balls, 6 recoveries, 6 out of 11 ground duels were won, and 1 out of 1 aerial duels were won. Beautiful. And then lastly, I have Lamine Yamal. I'm going to tie Lamine Yamal with Eric Garcia. Screw it. But to me, Lamine Yamal created the most chances. Once again, tied with the other players. 3, completed the most dribbles. 4, he scored a beautiful goal, a curled shot into the bottom left corner. And then 5 shots on target. Very clinical. 65 touches, 6 touches in the opposition box, 1 out of 3 accurate crosses, 1 out of 2 accurate long balls, and 7 recoveries. Lamine Yamal was amazing tonight as well. I think that all players played amazing. I don't want to downplay anybody. I think that Dani Olmo yet again had a very flat performance. I don't know what's going on with Olmo in these big games. I'm going to be making a video on him in a few days, but you know, spoiler alert, but Dani Olmo in big games against big teams doesn't show up. As a matter of fact, one of Barcelona's best games through the season did not contain Dani Olmo. And usually when Dani Olmo was playing against a Madrid side or against Bayern Munich, I don't even think he played against Bayern Munich, but usually when Dani Olmo has to face against, I would say, a top 5 La Liga team or in the Champions League, Dani Olmo barely does anything. I think that Dani Olmo needs to step up in big games because we do need him. He was very inefficient in this match against Madrid. He did not play bad, but he did not play exceptional either, right? Like when you have players like Raphinha, Yamal, and Ferran Torres just bossing the attack, making these amazing passes, you would assume that Dani Olmo can get into the mix, but he just doesn't. He just seems so disconnected. I understand that this is his first season with Barcelona, but for a player like him and his technical quality, I don't understand how you cannot perform well, right? All of these players that we're seeing tonight that we saw, like Inigo Martinez, Raphinha, Yamal, Ferran Torres, they're all playing together for the first time ever this season under Hansi Flick. So I expected much more, but it is what it is. Gerard Martin to me was also very underwhelming. He did not play bad whatsoever. I believe that when Alejandro Balde came in, bro, Alejandro Balde really just gave us that spark in the attack. Way more passes completed, way more crosses into the box, way more attacking actions coming through Alejandro Balde. We really did miss this player against Inter Milan. I really wished we had Alejandro Balde, but yeah, Balde to me was a definitive upgrade to Gerard Martin. Gerard Martin, once again, he played okay, like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, but Balde just came in there and he said, boom, 9 out of 10. Christensen came in later in the game. He had one very big interception when Vinicius was trying to make a pass to Kylian Mbappe, or I don't know who it was, but I think it was Vinicius who was trying to make a pass to Mbappe, trying to find the tie or the winner, but Christensen came in last minute and blocked that cross from Vinicius. And then we saw Fermin Lopez coming in, of course, 13 minutes played only. He could have had his goal, but the ref, he has his agenda against FC Barcelona, but it is what it is. Don't care. Araujo got a yellow card and he did not even play. Which is crazy. Yeah, I'm super proud of this team. Let's move forward from here, and we have 3 matches left. Let's see who we're going to be playing against. We have Espanyol, which is going to be a derby. I don't expect that to be an easy game, but I expect Barcelona to persevere. Hopefully Madrid drop points against Mallorca, but I expect Barcelona to go away from home, go up against Espanyol and smash Espanyol 3-4-0. Then we have Villarreal, another very tough match, and then Athletic Club, which is once again a very tough match. We're going to be seeing Nico Williams. Hopefully Nico Williams can join us later in the summer. We're also going to be talking about exactly at this point, right? Like at this point of the season with the Clásico now done, the Champions League now finished, I'm going to be making a video about who I believe should leave this team. And surprisingly, you guys are going to be like, what the hell? Like, I did not expect you to say that this player should stay. And I also think that there's some players that can definitely come to this Barcelona team and improve this squad. But once again, that will be for a whole other different conversation. So F you to the ref, F you to VAR, F you to RFEF, F you to Javier Tebas, F you to Florentino Perez, F you to Real Madrid, F you to Kylian Mbappe, F you Vinicius, F all of you guys. all of you guys, because we're only going to get better from here. I know that for a fact. And oh man, I really want to talk about this other thing, but I'm gonna separate that for a whole other different like video. I want to talk about the importance of Barcelona winning the league twice in the past 3 years, the importance of Barcelona for the first time winning the Spanish Super Cup, the Copa del Rey, and La Liga in one season, because we have never done this before in our history. So Hansi Flick is creating history before our eyes, and I'm gonna be here to call it out first in this YouTube channel. So, but that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.